Hey folks, Pastor Jay here from Know the Truth. Welcome to our show, or as I'm now calling it, my thoughts that I record into this little device thingy, where through magic and technology, Baxter can do this thing called upload that will allow you listeners to hear my beautiful voice. My goal here is to continue to spread the truth while simultaneously letting all of you know where we are in case, God forbid, we are kidnapped and or possibly murdered. We are coming to you from a stable yet ugly truck that is about to be abandoned by careless foster parents who would rather move on with life instead of being responsible adults. The local time is 1:02 a.m. and it's raining. A lot. And we're just here sitting in our truck. Most would view this as an ominous sign, but I love the rain. I love the clouds even more. It protects me from the sun, whose only mission in life, it seems, is to make me as uncomfortable as humanly possible. To all of you who enjoy the sun, there's something seriously wrong in your head. Well, we finally made it, folks. Kind of. We're sitting in our truck, which is located in the parking lot of the Isle of Shoals Steamship Company, located in the beautiful Portsmouth, New Hampshire. I used to live here in Portsmouth. I miss it. It's a quaint little harbor town with amazing restaurants and all-around good people. On any given day, the overall atmosphere of this place is one of peace, serenity, beauty, and even comfort. If you cross the main drawbridge in town, Memorial Bridge it's called, you may find yourself right across the border and into Maine. Actually, there are two bridges. The drawbridge you crosses you over into Maine, onto a little island called Badger Island. And then from the island, you cross another small bridge, which brings you to the most amazing restaurant on the planet. It's called Warren's Lobster House. That's actually where I took Rachel for our first date. Out of all the first dates I've forgotten over the years, I'll never forget the one with her. She ordered garlic scallops, and I ordered the broiled seafood platter. It doesn't get any better than that. For anyone who follows my music, I named an album after this town. I had this whole ocean theme in mind, and I was attempting to merge the idea of nature and my own personal life. In much the same way that the ocean can be serene, tragic, and unpredictable, I thought it would be a good metaphor for what I was going through at the time. It only made sense to name the album Portsmouth as that town became my foundation when everything else in life seemed to crumble all around me. Even though it turned out to be an instrumental album, you can get the general idea of what I was going through at the time by reading the song titles. Such magic. Anyway, we're in town for only a little while. During our trip, I used my phone to apply to random jobs out this way. Of course, I never got anything. But by chance, I was skipping through the radio stations and I somehow dialed into what we would call a number station. So I had Baxter, since he was doing nothing else, sit here and decipher and decrypt these numbers that were coming out of this number station. Baxter, being the smart gentleman that he is, seemed to decrypt these numbers within a few seconds, and it turns out that somebody was looking for a lighthouse worker. So that's why we're here, folks. We are heading out to the Isle of Shoals. It's a few miles off the coast of Portsmouth, and, well, it's actually a group of islands. On the New Hampshire side, we have White Island, Star Island, and Lunging Island. It could also be read as Lunging Island. To this day, no one knows how to properly say that name. To our north and across the main border, we have Cedar Island, Smutty Nose Island, Malaga Island, and Appledore Island. Those islands don't count though. No one cares about Maine. Baxter and I will be staying on White Island, where a little lighthouse stands next to a makeshift house of sorts. It's weird because, although it's one island, the lighthouse and the living quarters are connected by a long but narrow funnel bridge. I assume it's because the high tide splits the island into two. Now, we're going to be within viewing distance of the main island where all the fun apparently happens, but we won't have much access to it save for a small rowboat. On Star Island, there's a huge hotel. It's a very touristy place, if you will. But this is how we want it. We want to be isolated and alone, well, except for Baxter. He needs to be with me at all times. But besides that, we want to be alone and completely removed from society, where I can spend all day running this podcast so that I may spread the truth to the entire planet. So here we are, sitting in the rain, waiting for the Isle of Shoals Steamship Company to open up and ferry us out to our island. Thank you, dear listeners, for being patient with us. It's been a wild ride, but things will even out very soon. Give us maybe another few weeks, a month, possibly even a few years, and we'll air live from our new studio in our living quarters. As always, in a world of magic and make pretend, anything is possible. Good night, folks. Sleep easy.